I'm back. Stories about Oracle, Volt Typhoon, and more. I'm Allie Diamond, and this is ThreatWire. At the beginning of April, we covered a potential major password and account-focused data breach of Oracle Cloud. Originally published on Breach Forum on March 20th by user Rose87168, they shared they used old CVEs to pull credentials for 6 million users. Quickly, Oracle went on record to deny that they were breached in any way. Then, on record said that only Oracle Cloud Classic was breached. After 2 weeks of public discourse, Oracle finally yielded? Kind of. On April 7th, Oracle allegedly and quietly reached out to 2 large users to discuss the breach, but the outreach has made its way through social media. The claim continued to maintain that Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, aka Oracle Cloud, aka OCI, still has not experienced a data breach, just unauthorized access. A hacker did access and publish usernames from 2 obsolete servers that were never part of OCI. The hacker did not expose usable passwords because the passwords on those 2 servers were either encrypted and/or hashed. Therefore, the hacker was not able to access any customer environments or customer data. Truly a wild claim from Oracle. At the time of writing, we have yet to find an official 8K filing to the SEC about the material breach of Oracle. AI has pushed the software industry in unique directions. We're seeing new terms getting coined left and right to describe AI-caused issues. The research team at Guardio Labs has coined the term vibe scamming, using AI to create phishing sites and other tools to be used to scam vulnerable users. They proposed the idea of the vibe scamming benchmark to measure just how easy it would be to make a scam page and how easy it is to get different quote level ups to make scams even more believable or efficient. The benchmark consists of a series of tests. As mentioned earlier, generating the page, but also difficulty in getting the bad page hosted through the chatbot, implementing detection mitigations, and more. In the first implementation of their vibe scamming benchmark, the team tested ChatGPT, Claude, and Lovable. In the original testing, ChatGPT and Claude had some hesitation when first asked to create a phishing page, but with some follow-up prompts, created the pages. Lovable made the page with no jailbreaking needed. Lovable ended up ranking the worst of the 3 agents. Another new term has popped up: slop squatting. The term slop squatting was coined by PSF developer-in-residence Seth Larson and popularized in a recent post by Ecosystems creator Andrew Nesbitt. It refers to the practice of registering a non-existent package name hallucinated by an LLM in hopes that someone, guided by an AI assistant, will copy-paste and install it without realizing it's fake. It's a twist on typo squatting. Instead of relying on user mistakes, slop squatting relies on AI mistakes. Researchers from the University of Texas, San Antonio, and other universities around the states carried out large-scale tests to create over 576,000 Python and JavaScript code samples from the 16 leading code-generating AI models. The research found that 19.7% of all recommended packages didn't exist. Follow-up tests showed that 58% of these fake packages were recommended more than one time. Since these packages are not real, bad actors can claim the names and execute supply chain attacks on unknowing participants. Personally, I am not a fan of using the term hallucinate when referring to AI getting something wrong. But as we dig further into the AI hole, we are going to continue to see new terms and phrases pop up. Remember in December how the major US telco infrastructure hacks came to light? All lights pointed blame for the attacks to the APT-labeled Volt Typhoon. Based on the history of the group, it's believed to be a group originating from China. In a secret meeting between American and Chinese officials, China indirectly admitted that they were behind the Volt Typhoon cyber attacks. From the Wall Street Journal story, Chinese officials acknowledged in a secret December meeting that Beijing was behind a widespread series of alarming cyber attacks on U.S. infrastructure, according to people familiar with the matter, underscoring how hostilities between the two superpowers are continuing to escalate. The Chinese delegation linked years of intrusions into computer networks at U.S. ports, water utilities, airports, and other targets to increasing U.S. policy support for Taiwan, the people who declined to be named said. The Chinese officials' remarks at the December meeting were indirect and somewhat ambiguous, but most of the American delegation in the room interpreted it as a tacit admission and a warning to the U.S. about Taiwan, a former U.S. official familiar with the meeting said. While we don't have access to the actual transcript of what happened in the meeting, what do you think? Do you think this meeting even happened? Do you think that there was an actual admission of action? Let me know in the comments. Hi, Allie from the future here. I just got this breaking news sent to me directly, and I thought it was really important, so I wanted to make sure that it got into this week's episode of ThreatWire. The CVE program is going to break. We've received early notification that MITRE's official government contract to continue to develop the CVE program, as well as other related programs they support, will expire. MITRE touts themselves as the original visionaries for the CVE list. According to their official blog post titled CVE Program Celebrates 25 Years of Impact in Cybersecurity, MITRE officially proposed the original idea during the second workshop on research with security vulnerability databases. The MITRE CVE program is the backbone for maintaining the NIST NVD, as well as CVE and security tooling across the globe. The unreleased letter reads as follows. Dear CVE board member, we want to make you aware of an important potential issue with MITRE's enduring support to CVE. On Wednesday, April 16, 2025, the current contracting pathway for MITRE to develop, operate, and modernize CVE and several other related programs, such as CWE, will expire. The government continues to make considerable efforts to continue MITRE's role in support of the program. If a break in service were to occur, we anticipate multiple impacts to CVE, including deterioration of national vulnerability databases and advisories, tool vendors, incident response operations, and all manner of critical infrastructure. MITRE continues to be committed to CVE as a global resource. We thank you as a member of the CVE board for your continued partnership. Sincerely, Yasri Barsoum, VP and Director, Center for Securing the Homeland. What this break in the CVE program looks like is unknown. It could be that MITRE shuts down all infrastructure that supports the program. For example, all calls to the database could return a 404. Or it could be that the database is still there, but no new info is provided or created. Normally, ThreatWire isn't a breaking news source. ThreatWire had the original document shared with us by a hacker named Kiwi. I'm reporting this early on this breaking story as the MITRE CVE program is critical to the cybersecurity infrastructure and industry, and want to make sure that you're ready for what may happen next. Thank you so much for watching ThreatWire for the week of April 14th, 2025. If you enjoyed this ad-free show, please head over to patreon.com/ThreatWire. Apologies for no episode last week. Honestly, April has been a very slow month for cybersecurity news, and I wanted to make sure that I only report the best, so I put it off. Thank you so much for understanding. But if you did miss seeing me last week, you can still find me making content online on my other accounts, at endingwithali, which are all linked below. So, even those weeks where I may not post a ThreatWire episode, you can find me being silly online there. Thank you so much for watching, and as per usual, good luck, have fun, and don't get caught.